Okay, you guys, so here's the thing. This is my first review for Real Housewives of Potomac on its own. It's going to actually serve as a prequel, but in the meantime, I didn't want my next session to be extra long, so I separated it. So, this is a review on its own of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 13. I see these women as just a cluster, a bunch of grapes. So the question is, who's most sour of the bunch? Originally, this review was in front of this reading right here that's coming up. So throughout this review, you are going to hear me refer to what's coming up, and that's because it was attached. This reading had me on a roller coaster. Can't wait to share it. I am going to say right now, thank you so much for the support from my Sagies, okay? My returning Sagies, thank you so much. It means the world to me. Now, for anyone who's new and you don't know who I am, allow me to introduce myself. I am Indigo Sage, an awakened soul. I do have a spiritually based website at unapologeticallysage.com, okay? I encourage you all to go take a look. It has a wide variety of topics, and mostly I just want to spread love and light, and there is one page dedicated just to make you laugh. All right. And again, that's at unapologeticallysage.com. You can also find me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook under Unapologetically Sage. Okay, you guys. So this is a review, all right? Not a recap. It's a review. And let me tell you something. In case you hear some noises in the background, what I am doing for this portion of the video anyway is helping myself relax after and it irritated me to no end. So what I did to relax was play the nature meditation sounds of the rainforest. So that's in the background. Now, most likely when I get to the tarot reading portion or either her specific background portion, it will probably change. But, for now, this is what it is. And also, you guys, I had to light some incense. I needed all my senses to calm down. I was so irritated, you guys, because it was just a bunch of ridiculousness across our screen. Now, with that being said, let's get started with this review. Let me tell you right now, I'm only reviewing about a quarter of it, okay? Which is why it's a review and not a recap. So, what you are looking at right now is Gordon. In this state of mind, he's Gordon, all right? And he's listening to Mia explain, going over the story of what happened when her and Candice argued. And it's going to take everything in me to not comment on everything that goes on behind the scenes because I'm sure that she's already told him. Like, this is not new for him. It just seems, some of this stuff seems rehearsed. Some of it does, some of it doesn't. So anyway, she's telling him, and his response is that he wants to have a good time. Okay, overall, that's his response. But before he gets there to saying that, he says something like, do I want to go on a vacation with a bunch of people and half of them I don't even know? No. Am I willing to do it in order to please you? Yes. And I'm going to tell you something right now, you guys. Listen up. Listen up. Take note. Duly note what I'm getting ready to say, please. It's always something about people who talk to themselves and ask themselves questions in the third party. Okay. And if you've seen this episode, you will know what I mean. Okay? Because when he did this, do I want to? No, but will I? I'm like, who you talking to? Why you talking like that? It's always been, it's weird. It irks me when people talk in third person type of thing, and when they ask themselves a question and answer it, I'm like, something going on up there that I'm not too sure about. Okay. Anyway, so he did that. He did a little third person kind of ask himself a question out loud and answered it. Okay. But it was kind of heavy on the no, absolutely not. I think it was his answer. Absolutely not. He didn't want to go. I'm like, ooh, Jesus. I think I would have been like, you know what? They canceled the trip. But for me, I'm going to be back. I got a business trip or something. I'll be back. Anyway, I don't think I would have took him. That's not welcoming energy, all of that. It was just heavy on the absolutely notness. And then here comes Mia in her confessional wanting to go back to high school. Oh, boy. Which is not a good sign either. All right. It just all bothered me. So that's how they, came in. That was the introduction. Okay. Let's just move on. Candice. Okay. Let me say she's trying to look all innocent. She's, eating. And they're out on the veranda. I'm calling it a veranda. I don't know. Maybe it's a lanai. Okay. Because I've been meaning to work on my intro. And I'm going to incorporate the Golden Girls. Okay. Because nobody can throw shade like the Golden Girls. The Golden Girls and Al Bundy. All right. And yes, I'm older. So I don't know if you millennials know who I'm talking about. But if you don't, look up Golden Girls and look up Al Bundy. They are the top shade throwers, all right? When they throw shade, you better duck and cover. All right. And even Rose, okay? But anyway. Candice sits down. She begins to eat. And I guess she's contemplating on how she's going to say what it is she needs to say. And she begins by, telling Chris, well, I got an argument with Mia, and here's how it went down. Then we have Chris with his perpetual resting face of perpetual confusion. He's perplexed perpetually. Okay? And at the same time, trying to be oh so cool. Just cool. He wants to be the image of cool. All right, dude, whatever. Also, I want to point out when she first sat down, she said, oh, you're drinking. And so, and I'm going to tell you, I'm tired of hearing that. Now either address it for real, or shut up. Because every time she enters a room and he's standing there, he has a drink in his hand. All right. I don't know if that's editing or if really, truly 20 hours out of the day, he has a drink in his hand. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But
if that's the case, girl, stop saying, oh, you're drinking already? Oh, are you drinking? Oh, what is that? Is it a drink? Oh. And I think that's the only time she ain't singing. She ain't singing, you are drinking. She ain't sing. She enters her room and sings any chance she gets, but she don't sing about his drinking. Why don't you make a song about that drinking? Anyway, moving right along. Okay? Moving right along. Moving right along. It's just irritating. It's irritating, okay? For her and Bravo to just constantly show this man with a drink with a dark brown liquor in his hand. He always got the dark brown liquor. And today, oh yeah, he do have the bottle. You know what? I wonder if he has a partnership with them. I wonder if that's what that's all about. I bet it is. I bet it is. Moving right along. Or either he wants some free liquor. Okay. Okay. And you know what? I'm going to tell you something. When I get into this reading, I might move to the brown liquor. Because what I'm drinking right now is kombucha. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but I'm saying it the way that I think I should say it. But it's kombucha. And it's by a company named Remedy. And kombucha always makes me feel better. Okay. So, all jokes aside, he's always looking confused. Always. That's just his face. Moving right along, she begins to tell him what had happened. And she's trying to look so sweet and innocent, and that is irritating as well. But then I remembered she's an actress. Allegedly. No, you guys, seriously, I know she's been in some Lifetime movies and possible. And I'm not dissing Lifetime, honey. I grew up on Lifetime. Love me some Lifetime, okay? They the best thriller in Manila movies, okay? Make you look at everybody in your family sideways after you watch one Lifetime movie, okay? Anyway, so she's getting her act on because she's acting so innocent as she's telling him the story. And let me see, because I took notes, y'all. I took notes because I was like, you know what? I'm so irritated to where I know I'm going to forget something. So the way she begins to tell him that their discussion, her and Mia's discussion, she's much more dramatic. You know, I noticed this about Candice. She is dramatic. And I don't know if she can help it. I don't know if she can help it. And at times it's okay. But then at other times, more often than not, it irritates the mess out of me. This is one of the times. And she lies. She says that when she went to Giselle's pink thing or whatever, they were talking about her when she came up, which is true. And then she says, and so then I took that opportunity to ask Mia, I said, did you, walk up to my mom without really knowing her at all and ask her if my husband's on my payroll? That is not, let me repeat, that's not the way she said it, the manner in which she said it, and the words that she used. She included some about her titties. She did. And when she said it, like, I don't know if you guys are new here or if you just my regular Sagies, okay? Because and if you're new here, welcome. But my regular Sagies, you already know I'm very technical. So when I hear something new, like when she said, you want to know about my titties? I was like, whoa, wait, what did I miss? What did I miss? She said something about her titties. And you know what? I blamed it on Bravo's editing. And then when I watched the after show with Bravo, when they just get to sit and talk with one other person, she said something about her exaggerating. I was like, oh, okay, girl, I don't live in the world of exaggeration and what ifs. So when it happens to me, I'm caught off guard. Okay, so I was caught off guard when she threw her titties in there and said that she wanted to know about her titties. No, you wanted to know about her clit. So she tells him that Mia's response is that she wasn't asking in a shady way. And Chris replies, I'm not sure what other way there is, for that question. And, here's the thing about that. I see both sides of it because I thought it was shady. I immediately felt shadiness. Sure enough, I did. And, but at the same time, when she explained it, and I don't remember this was actually on the show or if it was on the Bravo after show. I watch all of it. So actually, I watched the Bravo after show more than the show. Sometimes it's kind of hard for me to stomach this show. So, I'd rather see just straight up interviews of, them responding to outrageousness that happened. That's easier for me. That's easier on my stomach. Anyway, I see his point. It does seem shady, period. Because that's what I felt when she did it. But I also knew that was like attention seeking behavior. That's just what I thought. But then when she explained it, she said that she showed up and there was no one to greet her, no one to tell her where to go, where to stand, what to do, what's going on. It was nothing. She just showed up, pulled into a parking lot, and nothing. And she said she expected someone to say something to her. And I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Point blank, period. And I don't have anything else to add to it. Somebody could have said something. Even a parking lot attendant or something. Somebody could have said something to the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, your call time is in 20 minutes or whatever. So stand in the shade and we got some bottles of water over there. Something. But to just have absolutely nothing, that's ridiculous. It is. And it does seem low budget. I'm going to say that. Yeah, I said it. So what? It is what it is. And what it is and what it was low budget. Okay? I said it. Now, what's next? And Chris needs to just get on about his feelings. So anyway, he didn't have the reaction that she wanted. And so as you can see right here, she's getting a little perturbed. She no longer has that little innocent girly look. And so then she goes ahead and tells him, because she wants a reaction from him. She's not getting the reaction she wants. And so she goes ahead and says, what did she say? Oh, so then she proceeds to call my video low budget. So he finally gives a different expression besides confusion. And then she goes on to tell him, so then I said, I said her mama is low budget. And so Chris winces. And then she says, then it escalated. She went back to trying to be innocent. And he said, I wonder why. And here's the thing. What I would like to see is more. You know what? Okay, let me keep it 100. I don't want to see Chris and Candice on the screen no more. Period. But if they must be on the screen, instead of Chris being so passive and then every once in a while having tiny explosions here and there that don't make no sense, I'd rather him, I want to see him consistently help her help herself. Like, instead of just wincing when she went to Yo Mama, which is a very weak read. Everybody always says how she's just she's a honey, I've heard that she's a wordsmith. Not by my definition, but okay. Maybe by others' definition, she's a wordsmith. Okay, that's fine. You know, I can agree to disagree because I don't see words. I don't see her as a wordsmith. And then someone else had mentioned her on Twitter. I don't follow her on Twitter. I don't know what she's saying on Twitter. So maybe she's a wordsmith over on the Twitter platform. But here on the screen, yo mama is not validation of being a wordsmith. Okay? Anyway, so she yo mama it, and instead of him just wincing, I would like for him to say, don't you think that's kind of low? Or and shit, I would even say elementary. Like, and why are you bringing up people's mind? Like, what is this? I don't know. If that was my partner, I'd have to try to get some understanding. Anyway, moving right along, because that's enough about them. That's enough. Moving right along to the fun. Here comes the fun. Everybody's having libations. Okay? Ow, ow, ow. Wendy is dropping it like it is hot. And then here comes G. He's G now. He's G. He done turned into G. I don't know how many gallons G has had of the brown liquor, but he's had some. Okay. He probably drank his body weight. I don't know, and maybe didn't have a cracker. But ooh, honey, and I wasn't even trying to be funny, and I wasn't even gonna mention this. The conversation that they had prior to this was, or during this time, was very interesting. He talked about his taste in women, the color of skin he likes for them to have, and that was very awkward. Not his preference. Anybody can have any preference that they want. I don't care. Everybody has a preference. You know, as open as I am, through time and experience, I've honed in on my preference. I now have a preference, okay? So I'm not judging his preference. I'm just saying that was not the time and place for his preference. Sexual preference, all of that. That was just awkward, very awkward. I had second, third, and fourth hand embarrassment. And he pulled out money. This is when he became G. They said he was G money. Oh boy. Then this motherfucker asked for a change for a 20. Change for a 20. If you making it rain, okay. Anyway, I'm not getting ready to tell all my past business. No, I was never a stripper. You know what? That didn't sound right. I'm quick to correct. I was never a stripper. However, I was up in the club, a lot of different clubs, experiencing life. And ballers don't ask for change for 20s. Okay? When it rains, it pours, and it don't pour once. Not where I was at. Not what I was looking at and what was going on. Anyway, made me want to hop on a stage and do what do they be saying? A hand split. Handstand split or whatever. Anyway, I don't know how. So he did that, but they're having a good time. Moving right along. Now, here's where there's going to be some jumping and skipping, as if it wasn't already, right? So G gives, what's her name? The phone, Mia, his phone, and says, talk to him, baby. Talk to him, baby. Just talk to him. And oh my goodness. She says, hello, who am I talking to? Da 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 da. And it's some man at a dealership, a G-Wagon dealership. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a long time ago, my daughter asked me what was a G-Wagon, and I was like, I don't know. And guess what? I still don't know. All right, you guys. So in true fashion, all right, in my true nerdy self, I did real quick, do a quick little mini surface dive, not a deep dive, but a surface dive on the G-Wagon, G-Wagon, G-Wagon. All right. So, and I said it like that because that rap song sounds like that. Found the rap song. Listen to it for a minute. Love it. Love it. All right. So what you're looking at is, first off, in the upper left, that's the original G-Wagon, okay? It was made to go in terrain like that, and I believe I read somewhere, because I did a little crash, you know, like when people used to study for their finals, they do a crash studying course or whatever, and I believe I read somewhere that they were Army vehicles, okay? So that's what they are intended for. And I don't understand why someone would want it just, you know, to go to the grocery store or whatever. Like, that's weird to me. However, since I went to see what it looked like, what it be like, I figured I'd share it with you guys real quick. So they look nice. They really do. I don't picture a dainty lady, like they don't look feminine. The most feminine one, you know, is this rose gold one, but we'll get into customizing in like a few seconds. So let's keep going. And next we are at looking at the price, $160,500. I believe that was the high end, and then the lower end is 131. All right. And as even as I say it, I'm like, low for who? Anyway, so little summary I have. Finally, the G-Wagons officially came to America in 1993 after being brought to U.S. standards, which was an extensive and expensive process. To compensate, the manufacturer added some digits to the price tag, which helped establish the G-Wagon's exclusivity, I think I had it right the first time. Rarity, class, status, and prestigious reputation. All right, and this was published in this year, July 2021. Let's keep going. And you are looking at the interior. All right, it looks so nice. Okay, and I'm going to take this time to kindly ask you guys if you could click like and subscribe. That would be so wonderful. But so the inside of it looks great. Now this is one thing I'm going to add. When I was shopping real quick online for seat covers, you can get leather seat covers like that for $200 and something. So your interior can kind of look like that on any car that you have. You know, and I'm gonna tell you something. I wasn't getting ready to put no $250 leather seat covers in my car. Simply because right now my priorities are somewhere else. Okay. I saved the blue for last because blue is my cobalt blue is my favorite color, and I also like peanut butter too. So when I saw it all decked out with this like cobalt blue, I was sold. And then I kept going and saw the peanut butter and the cobalt blue. I was like, ah! But anyway, I don't want no G-Wagon. That thing is it's too manly for me. You know what I'm saying? You know, I may talk however I talk, but I'm feeling it. Anyway, and then you can get, I just wanted to show you guys some of the custom stuff. Right dead smack in the middle on the bottom, you can have your inside illuminated. Okay, those are lights, like Christmas lights. And then to the left of it, you can bling out your emblem. And then to the right of it, where it has a red seat, you can get the, oh gosh, what was that called? Star roof or whatever. So, you know, she can and I chose this this song. I don't know if you guys recognize it, but it's by E40, and there's a line where he say, go stupid, get stupid. Anyway, she can get stupid, I guess, you know. So there you have it. Just a quick little deep dive. And back to your regular programming. And what you're looking at right now is him getting everyone's attention. to listen. And he's leaning in right now and tapping Wendy on the shoulder and telling her, listen up, listen to this. That was obnoxious, okay? When G drank the gallon of brown liquor, he became everything I feared in that third person talking to himself, asking and answering questions person that, I suspected. And I don't like him. I don't. And he was very obnoxious, which you could see written all over Chris's face. Look at this. Look at it. However, the other guys were kind of lightly laughing it off, but Chris looked like this. And I was like, Chris, you got a little... Just make sure that ain't poor man syndrome, Chris, okay? Make sure that ain't poor man syndrome spilling out with your brown liquor you drinking, because I swear Bravo editors have only showed him with, I've only seen him 5 times. 4 out of those 5, he's had cups of brown liquor. And you know what? Anyway. And the other time that I didn't see him with a cup of brown liquor, looked like he just had a cup of brown liquor. So, Chris. He looked like he needs some therapy. Okay? Let's continue. Here we see the gossiping hens. And I don't even understand this. Candice, what the hell is your problem? This is so elementary. Mia said we could take the high school. Girl, she is in elementary. Can you meet her there? I'm disappointed in Escala. Now, I hadn't made up my mind yet whether or not I liked Escala. And right now, it's not looking too good for her. Okay, on my scoreboard, she went down a couple of pegs. I think she was right in the middle because I didn't have an opinion on her. But she definitely got knocked down with this shit. This scene right here is absolutely ridiculous. What grown woman intentionally goes off to the side in a private room to, oh, you know what Spirit is saying? The grown women on reality shows. See, you know what? Because I live in the real world. And in the real world, I'd be enjoying the libations. Okay. With everybody. I'd be having a good time and trying to steer clear of G. But besides that, I'd be having a good time like Wendy. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be off into another room talking shit. That is such low vibrational behavior. You shouldn't. Ugh, I'm not about that. So this was disgusting to me. Absolutely disgusting. And disgusting for Escala to sit there and entertain it. Yeah, you called her a whore, a stank ass hoe, or whatever last episode. And to be honest, it didn't even sound like she was comfortable saying it. I'm like, that don't even come out your mouth. It didn't roll off her tongue right. Hers didn't even sound right. So I was like, ooh, you're trying too hard. You're trying too hard. And also couple that with, I'm sick of hearing everyone say how gorgeous she looks. They all look gorgeous. I don't think any woman on this show is more gorgeous than the other. Okay? I don't understand why it was such a big deal on how she looked and how she dressed, and she was just so gorgeous. And dare I say, is it because she's from a different country? Are you guys putting more weight on it because she's not from America or whatever? I mean, just judge her with everybody who she's standing next to. They're all gorgeous. All right? As a matter of fact, in my notes, and I might have crossed it out. I think I had wrote that Candice was a gorgeous devil. So they're all gorgeous women, whether I like them or not. Moving right along. Here, just a quick look at Escala chiming in, saying some shit. Just being shitty, messy, for no reason, with eyelashes that I wish would just take her away. Like Calgon, take her away. Just fly away with them eyelashes, girl. Bye. Next, we have Wendy coming in. They're talking to Wendy. And she's asking, what are you guys talking about? And what the hell are you doing in my room? But anyway, that was cute. playful, but it wasn't cute for long. Wendy's trying to keep it light. And I love, absolutely 1000% love the fact that she has not brought up her 1004 degrees. And we haven't seen much of her mama. You know, I'm happy about that. We've got good doses of it last season. So congratulations to Wendy for being able to move forward with new things. Keep it up, Miss Wendy Osefo, okay? Because I was not here for her last season at all. So they're greeting her. And Wendy tells them about what just happened, with G telling, his wife, Mia, to shut the fuck up. And what he said was, I don't have many opportunities to tell you to shut the fuck up, but this is one of them. Now, that was not cool at all. Okay. I think that's when I really got a headache. It was jolting, to say the least. And see, this is why I got this calming forest and water stream going on and got my incense going, because this upsets me. All of this upset me. Like, it just was a big bowl of fuckery. Anyway, so that happened. And I have a feeling that Wendy's intent, well, it was to come and check on them, because it's like, where are you guys at? You know what I'm saying? Which is always peculiar when you're with a group of people and you guys are all laughing and having a good time. And I don't know, I love the word libation. So I'm going to say libations again. You having libations, everybody having libations, Wendy dropping it like a side. And, you know, you guys are all having a good time. And then, you know what happened? That rude ass remark from G talking about shut the fuck up. And Wendy's eyes popped and looked, and she was like, where my homegirls at? Because you know you usually get eye contact with your homegirls when something like that happen. You like, girl, did you just hear that? Like, You can look at each other from across the room and know what each other is thinking. Like, She must have looked and was like, well, where is my homegirls? Where they at? So she went to find them and then let them know what had just happened. And also, I get the strong feeling that she wanted to get Candice alone at least. She wanted an opportunity to let Candice know about Mia's mom, which is the right thing to do as a friend. You know what I'm saying? So then we see Mia enter. And that's when Wendy attempts to tell Candice about Mia's mom. But Candice cuts that short. Candice becomes the bitch that she is this season. And she cuts it short and says, you let your man talk to you like that, tell you shut the fuck up? And so Mia was like, well, maybe he did. I don't know. Who cares? So what? So what about it? And so Candice says, well, now check this out. Everybody is all up in arms about G saying that to Mia, which I am too. But then Candice says, well, me and Chris says that to each other, but not around people. Okay. But here's the thing too. And I guess I got to remember this is quote unquote reality TV and they're acting it up for the cameras, because why the do you care? If I truly didn't like someone, I wouldn't give a damn. If your husband tell you to shut the I wouldn't care. I wouldn't care enough to be asking her, why do you let your husband talk to you like that? Like, I wouldn't be asking that. I wouldn't care. But I guess for TV, I guess this is why they have their position. So let me just keep moving right along. Now, here's where it gets real choppy. Mess happens. They get to talking mess. And both of them are talking mess. However, I really feel like the weight of it is on Candice. She's talking a lot of shit. And Mia is responding, okay? Because remember, Mia just walked in and said, oh, what are you guys talking about? All right? And then she was attacked by Candice, I don't know what's her problem. And just look at this image right here. She looks aggressive to me. And let me tell you something. I'm sick of hearing her talk about the color of her skin. Now, I'm about Candice's color. You know, well, y'all seen a picture of me. Y'all know what I look like. So I understand being a black woman. I am a black woman, and I do understand being unjustly labeled aggressive. That has happened to me before when I just went to pick up a prescription. Okay? When I just went to pick up some medicine. I asked a simple question. And, you know, that clerk act like, you know, I was an aggressive, angry black woman. You know, it was ridiculous. So I've experienced it. Just as most black women have in the United States of the America. However, when you act that way and someone is just saying how they feel you're acting because you are acting that way, you've got to shut the fuck up on the don't say you saying I'm aggressive because I'm a dark skinned, but no. They're saying you're aggressive because you're aggressive. Okay? Stop it. Cut it out. Cut it the fuck out. You need to cut it, Candice. Cut it, Candice. And as she went on this tirade, look at everybody's face. I clipped everybody's face. Got a good old screenshot of everyone's face. Here we have Ashley. Okay, and I guess she probably don't count because she light skin. Okay. And I'm saying that I'm being sarcastic. Okay. But you know, Candice gets upset when a light-skinned person tells her that she's aggressive or calls her out on her behavior that she's clearly exhibiting. So I guess only dark-skinned women can talk to her about her behavior. Speaking of, here's Wendy's face. Okay? And this is as she's trying to tell Mia, you know, you need some therapy. Which, speaking of, I believe... shit, first of all, ain't nothing wrong with therapy. Okay? Nothing's wrong with therapy. Nothing's wrong with therapy. Okay? I get some therapy my damn self. All right? Shoot, mostly I be asking, why do people react so crazy when I say the truth? I'm trying to understand that in therapy. But anyway, so yeah, she's telling me she needs some therapy. And she's trying to read her about needing therapy. Newsflash, Candice, you need therapy as well. So does your husband. Okay? Because all them drinks he had in his hand, all that brown liquor. I know he liked the brown, but you know, all that brown liquor he got, and his body language and facial expression towards G when he gave Mia the phone, because he wasn't even obnoxious exactly yet. He gave her the phone and said she's, you know, gonna customize her own G-Wagon for our anniversary. The other men, the camera flashed to them, they kind of lightly smiled. And yeah, that was crazy and dumb and unnecessary, yeah. But they just brushed it off. You understand what I'm saying? You have to do that sometimes with drunk people. As long as they ain't putting their hands on you, you kind of gotta brush them off because they're not your problem unless they become a problem. But Chris did not brush it off. He did not smile. He looked angry. Anyway, it just looked like it was something deeper there. So speaking of all that therapy, honey. Oh, and her mom needs therapy too. Okay? Her mom seems like a narcissistic mother. All right? And no, I'm not a doctor, and everything I say is alleged and not to be used as facts. Okay? But that whole family separately needs therapy before they can even get together for some therapy. I'm talking separate is what I'm talking. Okay, like Sheila E said, I think it was Sheila E, I'm talking square biz to you, baby. Square biz. I am talking about separate. They all need some therapy. And hopefully she's in therapy. Most likely she is, because she's bringing it up. And she feels like she can recognize when somebody needs it. And usually those are the people who's in it So, like me, I'm talking about they need it. All right. So this is Wendy's face, and she's a dark-skinned girl, and she think you sound aggressive and crazy. Those are my words, not hers. And then we have another light skin, which is, and then you have half of Ascala's. I couldn't get Ascala's whole face, but that's all right. Karen is even looking like, OMG. Oh my goodness. So then we go to the, what's to come next week. Oh, wait, let me say they throw lettuce. But right before they throw lettuce at each other, and I don't have a picture of that because that was played up so much to where, just Google RHOP throw lettuce and you'll get some lettuce. Which I'm glad it was lettuce instead of hands. Okay. Although all of this seems so freaking elementary to me. It was hard to stomach. It was hard to stomach watching these beautiful black women on my screen act like, what age should I give them? Age ranging from 5 to 10. Okay? Except for the two that had just walked in. They just walked in. So if they act up, we haven't seen it yet in this episode, but it gave me such a headache to where I had to light some incense, play my rainforest sounds, and so anyway, Ascala does ask Mia about, did you call us broke bitches? And Mia denies and lies. God damn it, Mia. And here's the thing. At first, when she first came on the scene, I kind of liked Mia. And then immediately, I didn't. I don't even remember what she did in the next episode, but I was like, ooh, girl, nope. You're a no. You're a no for me. And then I kind of eased away from it because I recognize, okay, she's doing her job, but at the same time, I don't like how she's trying to play both sides. And then I was thinking in like that last episode, the one where they was under a tent, under trees, where Giselle had potholes in her yard. Okay? Girl, don't even get me started on that. That gives me an instant headache because I don't understand why you would have people risk their lives for a pink party. I don't get it. And I feel sorry for those women because, of course, they didn't know that they were walking in a construction zone, And that's not fair. Tell them it's a construction zone and tell them to wear a hard hat, girl. Tell them to make it pink. Tell them your theme is pink hard hats. Anyway, so Ascala straight up asked her, did you call us broke bitches? Now, it's weird to me that Ascala asked, because does that mean she didn't hear her? Maybe she didn't, and then Candice told her, girl, she called us broke bitches. That's the only reason why you need to ask the question. Because if you heard her say it, don't ask her, just address it. Okay? Don't play games. I don't like games. Then we go to Mia, who denies and lies and denies. Girl, stand in it. Stand in it. Stand all the way in it. If you think they broke bitches and therefore you said it out loud, then you should be able to say it 10 more times if they ask you. So next week, there's a preview where we see Candice is getting extremely buck if you nuck, or nuck if you buck. I don't know how the song go. You know how you just hear a little bridge? Anyway, she nuck if you buck. Nuck if you buck. No. Honey, she wants to fight. Chris is asking her to step away, and she is aggressively saying, no, I ain't leaving. And I'm like, what is this? Look, let me tell you something, Candice. You can't make up for Monique whooping on your ass, snatching your wig. Okay? Unless you actually go to her house, knock on the door, and say, let's have a rematch. You cannot take your wig snatch off on these women. They didn't snatch your wig. The one who snatched your wig, or tried to, now she has some good glue, The one who snatched your edges was Monique, and she's not there anymore. So all this anger, I think it's displaced. Because she is trying to be nuck and buck. Girl, for what? Be classy based. Be classy based. And sometimes you do need to shut the fuck up and listen to your husband. Okay? That was one of the times where Chris should have told you to shut the fuck up and listen. Okay? Anyway, now that concludes the review.